sort of you heard Bill was coming and you thought you'd pop down?
Exactly. McEwen is clearly a very marginal seat, and we're obviously out there spreading the message. We're actually intending on being in Sunbury this morning anyway, so we thought we'd drop down and see what the Leader of the Opposition has to say.
And what do you think of Bill Shorten's Medicare plan?
Look, I think the people will make that determination. We're coming out there with some very positive policies, and no doubt you'd be aware that there's a lot of discussion at the moment in relation to Medicare here in Sunbury. There's a petition coming out there, and we've been quite open in supporting that. So,
what's your view specifically on unfreezing the Medicare benefit schedule for January next year as is proposed?
Look, I'm just here to listen to what the Leader of the Opposition has to say today, and obviously on the other side of that we might have some more to say ourselves.
But do you have a view on that unfreezing of the schedule?
Look, as I said, we're here to listen to what the Leader of the Opposition has to say today.
Yeah. So do you support it, or are you against it at this stage? Do you have a position?
Look, clearly my position is that of the government. So we've been talking about Medicare here locally in Sunbury. There's been talk about a Medicare office, and I'm concerned about local outcomes, far more so than the national debate.
Sure. What's the government's position then on unfreezing that schedule?
The government's position is very clear. Nonetheless, I think we've got the Leader arriving now, so I'd like to have a listen to what he's got to say.
Sure. Can you articulate the government's position, though, on that?
Of course I can. Anyway, I'd like to see what the Leader of the Opposition has to say.